Renegade Red Pill, once again back. I want to talk about Red Pill protocol. All right, what would be the Red Pill protocol? And, in the future, I'm going to be doing realities of the Red Pill. I think I'll make that a little series to go along with the YouTube channel. But right now, we're talking about what I like to call the Red Pill protocol. As a man, when you felt as if the things that you were told weren't true, for a lot of you guys still dealing with the Disney dynamic, still have a case of one-itis, trying to get over that one woman you invested time and money in it and effort. When did you realize what was really happening, and what did you do? A lot of guys, they find out what's really going on. They have to take a step back. Like I said, a lot of these guys invested time, effort, and money in women. The protocol is being aware. Red Pill awareness. It might as well, this slideshow might as well be called Red Pill Protocol. You know what I'm saying? But also understanding that, alright, we must be aware of our surroundings. And not just our physical surroundings, of course that is a part of it, but our social surroundings. Who are we around, and what person or what people can be affected the most from what we talk about? So the protocol for me with the Red Pill is understanding that you're part of something that many men do not understand. And it's something that could affect them. They just don't have an understanding. They may not realize your talking points, your opinions about certain things, and that's fine. If any man who's went through experiences with women that involve cheating, that involve understanding that a lot of women are around to manipulate men, you have to find a way to deal with that without going to any extremes. Like, a lot of people say that the Red Pill is extreme, and I would agree, because feminism is twice as extreme. You'll never see a men's movement that is misogynistic as the misandry of feminism. You won't find it. And the reason being is our society has allowed the narrative. Certain things that has come across our society, the culture, or the people living within the culture reject it or they receive it. Red Pill protocol is being aware of your surroundings when it comes to women, even when it comes to other guys, your friends, your family. Also, really understanding that we are in a time where you have to be on point. You have to be on point. You have to. You can't be in this society thinking sugar and spice is and sugar and spice and everything nice involves women. You can't. I mean, then again, you can, but the consequences is only because of your thoughts. And, a lot of guys will take a step back. They'll understand what I'm saying. But even them, I think they've been, I was about to use that P word. I don't want to use that. They have been they've been pretty much controlled by the narrative of women. A lot of guys don't know that. A lot of guys aren't aware of that. The Disney dynamic is a prime example. Who else will tell you that there's a special someone for everybody? You won't hear a man say that. That is a talking point of a woman. Be nice, be courteous to women. Don't be mean, don't be a jerk to women. This is the narrative that the women would tell you. But otherwise, they've been in situations where they slept around with men with this attitude. And so you got these nice guys posting up, all going, well, we're doing everything that the women tell us, but we're not getting anywhere. We're not going anywhere with the narrative. We're always being friend zoned, so on and so forth. Take the red pill. Understand that with most narratives that you've been told are a lie. They are a part of the Disney dynamic. It's a Disney dynamic to a point where, all right, the guy believes that by doing all these things, he not only expects women to receive it in the way that he wants, but he almost demands it. We're getting into like the Elliot Rodger type of scenario, and we're not going to go there, but we're going to use those people. Elliot Rodger was like the godfather. I think he's still considered the godfather of the incel community, right? These are people who don't understand the red pills, and they probably don't understand any protocol when it comes to interacting with women. There is protocol. I'm going to explain it. So I meet a woman, we start communicating, we're talking about different things and what you do, what I do, what you want out of life, what I want to, bullshit like that. My protocol is to know her upbringing. Facts. Take notes. Take notes. Upbringing. Her upbringing is very important. Her relationship with her father is very important. Just like with women, how they should look at men, they should look at the man's relationship with who? The mother. Peep game. Because our society has gotten so used to showing the single parent, showing the son grow up with just a mother. Those motherly instincts get passed down to the child. And because the father's not around, there may be tendencies that man has of that woman. Whether it's being dramatic, whether it's just gossiping, always being in somebody's fucking business. But the protocol is knowing the upbringing. The protocol is understanding what she wants out of life. Forget the guy, because a woman can explain. And see, hold on, let me get some of this green tea, man. I'm telling you, this is sort of a random recording right now. Okay. Yeah, like I said, this is a random recording. I might make this a little bit longer than usual just because I feel in the spirit. But my protocol for getting to know a woman is to know her upbringing. After I know her upbringing, I may need to look into her surroundings. For a lot of you people who don't understand it, a lot of you guys are probably stuck on the bench, stuck on the sidelines, watching all the players get the points and watching all the players score. Okay? Me, Jersey Judah, I'm not in the game anymore. I don't give a fuck about these thoughts. It's hard on these thoughts. 2021 to the future. There is a separation between women and thoughts, and I want to address this and give a quick disclaimer to a lot of these women out here. I'm not going to apologize for something that's not directed towards you. Okay? I'm only going to address the things that I'm talking about when it comes to thoughts. Now, this is a group of women who consider themselves thoughts. This is the new trend. I don't know when it started. I don't know when it's going to end, but I'm only mentioning it. Women, thoughts, two different things. Bitches, women, two different things. Women, hoes, two different things. Women, feminist, it's becoming a tie. It's knowing as a man the protocol of, okay, I can point out women who are feminists. Okay? I can point out women who are feminists without even trying. Because I've been around enough of them. I've worked around enough of them. I've fooled around with enough of them to know that I would say 75% of feminists are cap. They're all bullshit artists. Now, the 25% are like hardcore feminists who are like the older generation with the previous waves of feminism. Y'all know that through your history. I don't want to do any topic involving these group of women because I know how sensitive they are. And me personally, I'm not here to roast. I'm not here to roast, okay? I will flame broil. I will have to pull out the Burger King flame broil to fully cook these individuals if they decide to take it there. I will go on some undead chronic shit, okay? But with all that being said, I don't give a shit directly about feminism because, I mean, everything that's taken place, the Me Too movement, how that affected a lot of the men and women interactions. I mean, this is like social studies, like social, what way can I describe it? Fuck it. I think it's raining right now. Holy shit. But, in my opinion, feminism has taken its effect within relationships. It has taken its effect in media with the so-called woke women. And there's many definitions of what woke is, and what it's became is sort of like a idiot, pretty much. If you're woke, you're talking about basic issues, but because it's connected to maybe something that's relatable in present time, it's considered woke. Okay, so we'll get that out of the way. Okay. See, the red pill protocol is about having those red lenses. You're taking those crimson capsules. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams. And you're pretty much coming to an understanding in what you want, maybe in a relationship as a guy, because you got to remember, the red pill isn't just a bunch of single, angry red pill men. That's just not. That's the narrative. They also say that about MGTOW. That's a narrative, but it's not anything that's really happening. A lot of dudes take the red pill, come to the conclusion of all of the bad relationships that they're in. They know what they don't want in the future, which is bad relationships, and some of them go forward. Other people, they get the red pill rage. And see, the red pill rage is not too far from the black pill, okay? You want to be able to keep calm and keep collective in very stressful circumstances. It's going to help you in the future. When there's pressure of something happening, or if something's going to happen, if I don't such and such, I just do what I have to do and get everything done, and I don't even think about the effects because I'm already currently doing it. You know what I mean? maybe a lot of people don't understand it, but like in the workplace, it's the same attitude. I did a video actually not too long ago, well actually pretty long ago for the YouTube scene. When I first started this channel, the Red Pill, it was first called the Red Pill Party. And I was talking about a lot of things within the MGTOW community. Whatever was going on, I was pretty much talking about. But I did a separate video called Being a Red Pill Mercenary at the Workplace. And it's like that mercenary mentality where you go in, you know what you have to do. You're not going to break your back, but you're going to do the work. You know what I'm saying? In, out. Or as I used to say, you do the 8 and hit the gate. I forgot where I heard that from, but that's like an old saying. The protocol is just understanding your surroundings. If you're deciding to go into the dating world today, David versus Goliath. That's the only thing that I can compare it to. You have, and this is the average guys. So you're the average guy, meaning you're approachable. With women, the approachable one is really the one that has no interest. The one that a woman feels comfortable enough to go up to and conversate is 9 times out of the 10. 9 times out of 10, the woman is generally not interested in the guy. If there's sexual tension, then she's going to hesitate in some cases, unless she's a complete gardening tool. We're trying to censor ourselves here at the Renegade Red Pill YouTube channel because, you know, YouTube be cracking down on these guys. I'm not trying to be one of them. I don't want any problems. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, the protocol of understanding the nature of women. And this isn't like some snake charmer shit. I'm not a snake oil salesman. I'm not selling you shit. I'm just telling you what it is, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Women are going to have their ups and downs. Women are women. Most guys can agree with what I just said. You understand? A lot of us don't specifically break down a woman and what is wrong with her to what is good about her. A lot of us don't. Let's just be real. A lot of guys, we're not participating in that. We're not doing study researches on women like that. We're not. We simply observe with our eye, and if anything pops up, then, you know, a conversation is sparked, so on and so forth. But if it's not, then it's like, you know, there's no interest. Women break down men. Do you understand what I'm talking about? See, a lot of people don't know in this society today, the Western civilization, and now it's beginning to spread to like the East now, you know, continental, I should say. The high value man, for example. All right. The high value man in comparison to our view of a high valued woman. All right, check it. The high value man is broken down financially, looks, and status. Looks, money, status. Okay? Looks, money, status. Women, for the high quality woman, the financial part is not even really in question. A lot of niggas will say, does the bitch have debt? If she's not in debt, they'll fuck with her. That's just the truth. Now, most dudes, they'll cap. They'll tell you, like, oh, yeah, well, you know, I don't really fuck with a bitch like that. But, you know, they bullshit. Right? They look at the man's money, how much he's making. If he's out there, like, balling, then they definitely want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to say that these women don't have attraction towards the man, that they only see the riches, but it's just part of it becomes routine for a lot of these women. You understand? Now to a point where I've always talked about the basic average woman, she expects all of the things that the 8s and 9s and 10s are getting. I don't believe in 10s. A lot of people say that 7s don't exist. I find that to be illogical. I find that 10 doesn't exist because 10 is personal. It's a preferable perfection for one particular guy. Meaning another guy can see that girl that he considers a 10 and say that she's probably an 8. Because he can probably name something in his mind that's more attractive than her. You get me? Anyway, back to the subject. Still going here and there, but I'm staying with the subject. Protocol is understanding everything I just fucking told you. And you're pretty much connecting that to everyday life. The shit that you have to do every day when you get off, the people you hang out with, the things that you do, how you do it, how do you equate that to working and trying to better yourself or trying to get into more of a career opportunity. It's all about that focus. As a red pill man, right? Taking those crimson capsules and really understanding what's going on, there is a way that you have to carry yourself going forward. And in most cases, this is where most of these dudes fall off. These are the guys who will always be friend zoned. These are the guys who will always be seen as betas. These are the guys who will always be seen as squares. Now, I'm not talking down to these guys because most of these guys still get a bag. Most of these guys still work. Most of these guys are still, in some way, even financially, bettering themselves than the average guy. That is right. Beta males will have more access to pussy. More access to kitty cat. I hope that doesn't get taken down. I told YouTube I don't want any kids watching my shit. You feel me? So they should already know. That's like any guy who sees. There's not even really an equation that I can use. Fuck it. If any dude sees a woman attractive enough to where he's willing to risk his job, risk his livelihood, risk where he works at, risk where he sleeps at, and all of the above. If there's a guy who is willing to sign up for all that just for a woman, these are the guys that need to hear this. Betas are the ones who are going to cake up the most, and they're going to be the ones who get approached by the women later on. That is a big difference. Later on, when these niggas be the ones with all the money, they're driving a nice car, this is where these women come out of the graves from being pummeled and buried by men, by the whole football squad. You know, like one of those football, I'm gonna have the gift on there too. It's gonna be funny, I think. Just all the men trying to get that one fumbled ball. That ball is her, and she's just getting buried. Boom, 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 boom. Just a pile up. That's what they call it. Whole pile up of guys. But that is her decision, right? So when she looks at a quote unquote high valued man, believe it or not, she's not thinking in a sexual manner. In fact, to be honest with you, a lot of women who find men who are already experienced more attractive than the guy who is inexperienced. Some women will be honest with you and tell you, yeah, that's true. Some women, not all of them. Just like, we got a lot of sucker ass dudes, simping, doing all of the attempts of courting women and not having any real validation process in it. It's like these dudes do it for charity. And these women lap it up because they love the attention. But then these guys will be upset in the long run because these women didn't go along, or they'll say that the women, I don't know. See, that's the thing with a lot of simps compared to a lot of the thoughts. The average, thought or the average simp they have a lot of similarities, yo. They just have a lot of similarities. There's a level of entitlement as we talked about earlier with the incels, this would be like the extreme simp. This would be the legendary simp. This nigga has the fucking Zelda shield, has all of the dragon emblems and all this crazy shit. This is what these guys look like. I'm just telling you what I envision right now. And these guys have an entitlement now to women. As I stated, this could be your extreme case. This could be more of your Elliot Rodger case. But just to prove a point, there is that sense of entitlement when it comes to the men towards women. A sexual frustration that they don't have the courage to approach women. They're not ready to deal with rejection. They're not willing to take an L. You got to be willing to take an L to be a part of the game. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. This is a universal language. Athletes know what I'm talking about. Workers know what I'm talking about. People in a more career level know what I'm talking about. People who own a business know what I'm talking about. People who own property know what I'm talking about. You understand? It is pretty much saying that you have to be willing to lose something to gain more in the long run. You gotta be willing to take a loss. You gotta be willing to take an L to have more of an understanding. That's something with the Red Pill Protocol too, is realizing that the things that you've went through, you can continue to go that route if you choose. But you're gonna 9 times out of 10 get the same results. Or you may get lucky, if you believe that. Or you may be blessed, you may be fortunate in that circumstance to get through or find somebody, however people want to think. If you live in the Disneyland, you're looking for a soulmate. You know, you live with the Disney theory, the Disney dynamic. You're looking for a Snow White, you're looking for a Cinderella. You're on some crazy shit. Most guys... See, I have to be honest, like, most dudes get what is available to them. Okay? Like that's just the reality of it. A lot of guys are there to get what they can get. Now, if that guy has that direct attitude with women, he'll actually be better off than the simp. Because that guy is at least telling you, like, look, you know, especially the average guy, semi-simping, he's like, look, I don't have much to offer. This is who I am. I'll accept who you are if you accept who I am. And that's it. That's how guys do it. Simps, they pedestalize these average women. These are the women with the highest expectation. These are the women who participate in the most gossip and drama and BS. These are the women who party every fucking weekend. These are the women, like I said, you know, has her random hookups. Might get demolished by the D. You know what I'm saying? Might get demolished by the genius. That's the word I'm going to use to replace now. Hit her with the genius. The genius put her to sleep. It wasn't my head, it was the other head. It was the genius. Okay? That was just the magic. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit offhand here. We're already like 28 minutes in. I just wanted to... we're going to have fucking fun here. We're not going to participate in any sad shit. Like, you know, I enjoy the content with the people who really are thought-provocative with their topics, and sometimes they'll put great music in. Sometimes with me, I'm just putting in hip-hop music. Or a lot of times in this scenario, I'm going to use my instrumentals from like 10 to 12 years ago. And I'm thinking about getting back into making beats, but we'll see. In the meantime and in between time, man, this is Jersey Judah. This is a Renegade Red Pill presentation talking about the Red Pill Protocol. This will be something that I'll probably do every now and then because there's a lot of things that I missed out with the Red Pill Protocol. Like directly in specifics what that protocol means or what it involves. But we're going to do that in a later date. In the meantime and in between time, peace.